Now we're going to go on to practice problem 2. First thing we need to ask ourselves is, what formula are we going to use? Remember to ask yourself, do I have the money right now, or am I going to get it in the future? So the question says, you want to save for retirement starting now, good key phrase there, starting now, and decide to save $100 a month. After 40 years, how much money are you going to have in your retirement account, assuming you earn 15% a year? Couple key phrases in there. You're starting now, you're putting in $100 a month. You have the $100 a month right now ready to go. So we know the present value of our money, we need to know the future. So we are going to use one of the FV formulas, either FV or FVA. Question is, which one? To figure that out, you ask yourself, am I putting in the money one time, or am I going to continually put the money in? Well, it's not a one-time thing. We're putting in $100 a month, so it's going to be our FVA formula. Now we have our formula figured out. Now we need to ask ourselves, compounding. How often is this compounded? I tell you right in the question how often it is. Because I'm putting $100 in a month, it is then monthly compounding. So I have my compounding and I have my formula. So let's go ahead and substitute in our values. Our PV is going to be equal to 100, because that's how much we are putting in every month. Now I have to change my R and my N because of compounding. My rate is 15%, or 0.15. I have to divide that by 12 because it's monthly compounding. My N is 40 years. I have to multiply that by 12 because of monthly compounding. So my R is equal to 0.0125, and my N is 480. So let's go ahead and sub this into our equation. So all I've done is replace my R and my N. And I just skipped the step of adding the 1 to my R and figured you guys could handle that pretty easily. So I have 1.0125 raised to the 480. So I've gotten rid of my parentheses here. I still need to subtract 1. That's subtract, kind of got stuck in my 7. I need to subtract 1 on the top of my equation. And then I need to divide it by my R, 0.0125, and I get 31,000. This isn't even the final answer. I get 31,016.0548. Now my last step is to multiply it by my PV that I just left hanging over here. So I need to bring this over, multiply it, and that gives me a grand total of $3,101,605.48. So, if I start investing today, $100 a month at 15% in 40 years, I will have over $3 million in my retirement account. And that is the example of how to do an FVA.